Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Washington Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He'll try the left side. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Williams. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Hauls it in. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on third. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. And now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll take it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Hand off from the shotgun. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Rid of it on the RPO. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Play action with Williams. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 35. At the 20, he's got space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Hey, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They give it back to him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he makes the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Got his man. That runs through a man. He might have some space. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Underwood to throw. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Love the decision to go for it here. You're playing at home. It's early in the game. You're sending a clear message to your guys offensively that we're going to go get this thing cranked up and started right.
And this crowd loves it. They want to go for it on 4th down. They want points. They want action. They want some momentum for us on this football field.
Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here's Williams to throw. Still looking. Fires on the move. Out wide left, it's Eldridge. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Williams. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Look out. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to establish the run. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing, Underwood. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Williams got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Washington right back to the line.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with the sack.
Long way to go on second down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Williams will pass. Left side is Lawson. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab. Could not make his way to the corner. Second and long here. Looking for running room. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Pulls it and runs it again. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Got an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Underwood. Whip it out to the back on the screen. What a cut. Now he's loose. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They boot it away on fourth down. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll send the back in motion. This quarterback, part of their running game. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Williams from the gun on third down. He's got his man across the middle. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, he'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Deep shot for the end zone. Almost had that one picked off in the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Underwood. Taking a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
One more snap coming before halftime. On the move. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 8 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Mustangs on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Here's Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Marsh. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan does.
Looking long. Got it outside. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets a hand in there.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. I know that sounds stupid. Of course he is. He's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Got his man on the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Williams finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. This is a designed run. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Hand it to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up first and goal, a chance to continue their physicality, own the line of scrimmage, and finish this long drive.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Give to the back. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making the adjustment. Throwing, Underwood. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the right side. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Moving the pocket, it's Underwood. Lets it go for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. the quarter coming. Williams, they're all over him. Makes his man miss. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The snap sets up the throw. Going long. Complete to the left. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Washington right back to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Second and long here. Throwing, Williams. Quarterback can't pull the trigger and down. He goes at the 41.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Williams on the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch, then took it into the end zone.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Takes the easy one to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Right side, it's Marsh. Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Quick give. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's changing the play. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams. On the move. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Williams looking for a man. Turns it upfield. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Washington wants to go quickly. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. It's Williams again. Rushes on. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Williams. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Williams to the air again. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's fourth down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this fourth down conversion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Williams. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Throwing, Williams. Looking for the score. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. Snap it to the back. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Williams will pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Underwood firing for the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From deep, it's Washington. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's Williams to throw. Firing to the end zone. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Williams looking for a man. Fires toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense can get a stop?
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Williams to throw for it on 4th. He's not afraid to go deep. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0. Ball game is over.